Welcome back to Connecticut Style. Brides-to-be, this one's for you. A beautiful wedding on any budget when it comes to your flowers. We're talking bouquets, centerpieces, the whole 9 yards with the folks from Petals to Go in North Branford. Dave and Matt are here. Hi guys, welcome to you. Thanks for coming in. And you've got some great tips today. We want to start out talking about bouquets because there is a really big cost savings. I was first looking at this one, and tell us, what would this bouquet go for?
This particular bouquet will range anywhere from $60 to $70.
And what would a typical bouquet, maybe that's a little more elaborate, go for?
Average bride's bouquet for us is anywhere from $100 to $125.
So you could potentially cut the cost in half. How is that possible? What's the difference between this? Because it looks beautiful to me.
What the difference is that all this is like 4 hydrangea and about a dozen of white roses, and it doesn't take any time to do, and it meets anyone's budget, and it gives the look of what people want that's out there today.
And you tie the ribbon around, and then you have the pins in there that looks like they have little gem heads on there as well, which
yes,
finishes it off.
Yes, and it gives a nice, what it is a corsage pin that we just make it to give a nice little accent.
I love it. We have a couple of pictures of bouquets as well. Let's take a look at those and tell us what you've done in these. There's the first one. And that's more of a cascade. Is that more popular now?
That's coming back. I mean, we've done about 3 to 4 weddings with cascade, and that's just white roses. This one happened to have baby blue delphinium and ivy in it, which is a traditional that was back, a cascade that was back then. They're coming back.
Yeah, I remember looking at my mom's wedding pictures. She had, well, not that I remember, but I've seen her pictures, and she had those types, and they are coming back. I would think those would be more expensive, no?
There's a little more work to them, but they're a little more, but they're not too much expensive.
Okay, and the next one, what did you do here?
That's just a bridesmaid's bouquet. That's just a couple dozen roses with pittosporum around it, and it just gives it, and then we wrap it and then pin it, and they were wearing pink dresses, and it
beautiful
corresponded with.
And again, keeping it simple. So we're going to make one, right? I'm going to switch places with you, Matt, and you're going to show us how to make one.
Yeah.
So you have how many? A dozen roses here?
A little more than a dozen.
Okay.
But it just, and when you do this, what you do is you just correspond the colors of how you're doing it. So
right, if you want to use 2 different colors, or you could use all the same.
You could do all white. I mean, we've done this for just brides, and they've done a couple dozen roses. And what you would do is
just cut the stems.
Just cut them evenly.
And you just keep the leaves at the top. You take the rest of them off.
Yeah. Okay. And then this is like a little frame. Now, this is in right now for the summer months. Yeah,
you were saying in the winter you would use seeded eucalyptus.
You could use seeded euc. You could use any other type, but seeded euc for the winter really looks nice because it has they hang down.
And this is the same stuff that was on here. What did you call it? The pittosporum?
This is pittosporum.
Okay. And at least a lot of people have these in their yards as well.
You could have this grown in your yard. It's from around here. And what we do is you just shine it up, and you just put a nice little buffer to the bouquet.
And is the key to the ribbon to get it to all stay together and hold?
Yes.
Yeah.
And you just make sure you cut it. And when you do the ribbon, we're going to do this in white, because we'll do this as you just pin it.
Oh, so you put one lengthways. I don't know if you can see him doing that. So the length, okay.
Yep.
And you pin it in there.
And then you're going to
wrap it around.
And then you're just going to start wrapping this around.
Look at that. And then you put the pins down the line to hold it all in.
Yeah, we do. What we do is when we pin them, you could do little designs. You could do a diamond and then do the little pins around it and make it, antique looking.
Now, here's something interesting. Another way to save money is you're saying that a lot of people, what they're doing is putting vases with water on the head table. And then what they do is they'll put the bridal bouquet and the bridesmaid's bouquet in those vases, and that's essentially your decor for the head table?
Yeah, you would just stick that right. For a head table arrangement today goes anywhere from $50 to $100, depending if you have the traditional 15-chair table. And what you'll do is we'll just supply you with the plain vase, and you'll stick your bouquet right in the arrangement, and it will be right down.
Love it.
And actually, you're not paying anything because you only paid for the bouquet and you get the
Exactly,
look.
exactly. All right, we're talking centerpieces now. We have a couple of photos to show you of centerpieces, and tell us what you did here.
That's just a traditional, inexpensive. What this was is dendrobium orchids with bear grass that someone wanted the height and the look of it. So what we did is we did a similar one that we brought today. Not with dendrobes, we just used the hydrangea, freesia, larkspur.
You have this too, also a centerpiece?
Yep, that's a bubble ball centerpiece, hydrangea, hypericum berries, alstroemeria, something cheerful. A lot of people think of low. They want low for their centerpieces
so because you can see the person sitting across.
So either do tall,
right,
and only on the top, or low, so you can see around it or on the bottom.
And you brought an example of that. You did a combo of the tall and the low, right?
Yep.
It's all this right here. Tell us what you did, because I love the effect of putting the leaves and wrapping them around the interior of the vase.
That's a cylinder jar, and all you did is you took a leaf, 2 leaves, you just wrapped them around
the ones in
the inside.
Like these right here that are in this vase. Okay, and you wrap them around.
And then we just put a dozen roses with something hanging over just to give it a little
And what would something like that go for cost-wise?
Right there, that one is $50.
Wow, that's not bad for a centerpiece. Now, talk to me, Matt, about wristlets and boutonnieres, which you guys made me a wristlet.
These ones right here, this is the most common one. It's just a simple rose with baby sweat. And then you could go to something more inexpensive, such as a sunflower.
Which is different. You don't normally see that as a boutonniere.
Or you could even go even more nice, like a purple carnation or any different kind of color you like.
What kind of flower is this?
That is a Lydiatris. With some greens.
A little pop of color, too. And what do these go for?
These go from anywhere from $20 and up.
$20 and up?
Yep. And then you got like your
I'm putting my wristlet on because I love seated eucalyptus.
Which has some nice jewels to it.
Yeah, little gems in there.
Yeah, and then you got these. This is for something like for a grandmother or a mother for a wedding. You could also wear on the wrist.
Now talk to us about ribbon colors, because what colors are in right now? What are brides really going for?
These are the colors that we've been dealing with, the orange, the fuchsia, the green. Orange is really in this year. A lot of people are picking orange to go with just an accent to throw it off for their bouquet for their ribbon choice. And it's not like you're showing all the ribbon, it's just wrapped around.
Yeah, it's more bold and bright. It's not as subdued.
And traditional white, like we just used, the green is great for the fall coming up. And with this, what people do, sometimes we put the black pins. So it gives a nice little formal.
Well, some great tips, money-saving tips for your wedding. If you want any more information on any of these flower arrangements on a budget, you can contact Petals to Go in North Brantford. There's all the information there. Or just come to our website, WTNH.com, and click on the Connecticut Style link. Dave and Matt, thanks for coming by. We appreciate it, guys.